This is the easiest method to draft your basic short sleeve pattern. In this video, I want to show you guys how you can draft your short sleeve pattern. Okay, I will share with you the simple tricks and tips to use in order to draft your short sleeve pattern. Welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, drop a comment and also subscribe. So first, before we commence, we are going to get our cap height, and to get your cap height, you divide your bust circumference divided by 12 inches plus 1 inch. Okay, so my bust circumference is 42, then 42 divided by 12 inches is 3.5, then 3.5 plus 1 inch is equals to 4.5. so 4.5 is my cap height. Then I'm going to mark out 4.5. So I'm marking out 4.5, but before then my sleeve length is 8 inches, then plus 1 inch hemming allowance, making it 9 inch. I just marked out 4.5. Then I'm going to connect the lines together. Okay, then after connecting the lines together, I'm going to mark out my round armhole. My round armhole is 20 inches divided by 2 is 10 inches. So I marked out 10 inches. Okay, then from where I marked out 10 inches, I'm going to draw a straight line connecting it to the starting line. Okay, just like what you are seeing in the video. So after drawing the straight line, then I'm now going to locate the midpoint of the straight line I just drew. Okay, and the midpoint is 5.5. so once I mark out 5.5, I'm going to come out by half inch. That is half inch up, then half inch down, making it in total 1 inches. Then just like what you are seeing in the video, just watch what I'm doing, the way I'm going to connect the lines, okay, with my curve ruler. Now if you don't have a curve ruler, feel free to use your free hand. Okay, but the curve ruler is really helpful in case you don't know how to draw curves. Okay, so after marking out, now note the first curve I just drew is for my front sleeve. Okay, now this second one I'm drawing is for the back sleeve. Okay, they are not always the same. The front is always shorter than the back. Okay, so I'm now going to blend the lines together. Okay, so it will not be sharp. Now I'm marking out my sleeve length, which is 8 inches. Okay, then I'm now going to connect the lines together. Okay, once I've connected the lines together, I'll mark out my round sleeve measurement, which is 16 divided by 2. I marked out 8 inches, then plus 1 inch hemming allowance. Okay, here I'm marking out the hemming allowance for my sleeve. Okay, now I'm connecting the lines together, just like what you are seeing in the video. So after connecting the lines together, next thing I'm going to do is I'm now going to trace out, okay, from my armhole, draw a straight line down to my round sleeve. You may be wondering, I just marked out 10 inches for my armhole without adding a sewing allowance. Now please know that by the time I calculate from the curves down to my armhole, I'll be having 10 inch including 1 inch, that is 11 inches in total. So now I've add my sewing allowance. Okay, now before cutting out your pattern, you have to fold in the hemming line. Okay, so it can correspond. By the time you want to sew, you will not have issues when you want to sew. Then just like what you're saying, I'm cutting out, tracing it out. Okay, then I opened it, then cut out from the down just to trace it out, just like what you're seeing in the video. Please note, when tracing out the pattern, you will not cut out the front side of the sleeve. Okay, you trace out the back side of the sleeve. Then by the time you want to cut the pattern on your fabric, you can now use your tracing wheel to trace it out in the front. so that you can now cut it out from your fabric. Okay, now if you find this tutorial helpful, please do well to subscribe to my channel, like, share and drop a comment.